Hello guys, my name is Renato Migliaccio. They know me from about Professor Renato Migliaccio. Um the reason I'm doing here this video is because some of my students, I have some students abroad in Europe, and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is growing there, and many of them just have a small gym, and that the only thing they want to do is just roll with the students, and also lots of them want to do a living out of this, which that's what I am at, and other people will be at this situation. So it's not wrong or bad. I'm not trying here to judge anything about my life situation. Took me to make a try to make a living out of this, right? So if it's a business, you gotta treat as a business. Otherwise, we would not pay you well, and you'll be unhappy, and many things will not. Your school's gonna suffer, your students gonna suffer, and then water down like a snowball. It'll be everything will be bad. So the reason I'm doing this videos is serious, okay? Just teach a little bit, stuff that I have been doing, some many seminars, um, many seminars on how to um, have a successful school, um, and so on. The thing is, today we're going to talk about how to have a youth program. Okay, and again, many of my students that are now interested on this, they uh, they asking me, okay, and it's important for me that they will be successful, because I think I am not anymore in that old style, go there and make seminars. I can go there and make seminars, of course, but if they are struggling, if they don't have students, if you just have 20, 30 students, going there and doing a seminar, it will hurt them more than actually help. Yes, I can help teaching some techniques, but I will not help in the long term. Okay, so what I believe doing these videos here is for them, and if whoever is watching, feel welcome to watch and implement. Okay, I'm not trying to claim that as the most expert at this thing, but I'm sure I can help you with a lot. So, been hitting up with my students questions and how to have kids. Okay, so I have a little note here. Okay, a bunch of notes that little things that first you have to implement in your school before you start having a youth program. Okay, and so first thing to do is are you there, you want a kids because of the money, or you really want a kids because you believe that kids will be the future of your school, and this is good for kids? So that's the really thing that you have to think first. Is that for the money? Yeah, you maybe would do. Yeah, and if you're there just because of the money, and I would recommend you maybe do a fitness program. We would try to work with adults, and which is in a way easier, and you don't need to deal with with many problems that kids have. You have other problems, but different things. So I think when you're dealing with kids, first of all, you have to ask, do you really want because you like it? Do you think that it's important to have a program with kids because that will benefit kids, and also in a long term benefit your school with the true martial arts, like starting young and then evolving, becoming older? Because I came through a martial arts background before jiu-jitsu, which was judo, and I have seen, for me it was a little easier in a way. I have seen kids, I was a child in a way, so I know a little bit how the program was. I could just copy it, and even though I would have some students, but of course, learning how to do it even more proper would help me to have more students and benefit my school. And also, when you benefit a school, you benefit your students. Nobody wants to be from a school or study in a school that in 2 months will be closing the doors because they don't have money to pay the bill. So what's the problems that you're gonna be dealing with when you have kids. So you have to know if you really want that. You know, sometimes you got to deal with parents that, you know, they just want to drop the kids. They don't have any martial arts backgrounds. They really don't care. The only thing that they want is drop their kids there, and make sure you help the kids to get disciplined. That's all they want. And if you're not helping like that instantly, immediately, they will try something else. You know, many people are like that, unfortunately, right? So this is a part also on education on the parents too, and you have to be involved with the parents. So now if you don't like to be involved with the parents, you think it's too much work, now it's something that you have to consider, and then maybe do something else to help your school. But yes, that will be a problem. You will deal with angry parents. You know, parents will come, they just many times just hate you because they love to hate people, and they don't have the martial arts behind them. They don't have manners, many of them. And what do you think the child will be when the child first walk into your school? So I believe that's truly, I'm just saying the problems, guys. I'm not saying that there are great parents too. That, you know, but I'm just saying stuff that might hold you back on having a child program, a youth program. Um, you know, when the parents are angry, when the parents have some problems, some issues, when the parents are not happy, they don't have the happiest life. They didn't accomplish their goals, what you expect the child will be. So it's your duty to break that chain and make the child a little better, right? So that's pretty much it. I think the next topic is, do you really care about kids? You really want the kids to be better? So do you think the kids being better will really help our community to be better, and so on, and the humanity, and so on? I truly believe that martial arts can do that, specifically jiu-jitsu, judo, wrestling, all those if they well taught, right? If it afterwards we just talk to them, talk to the kids with our character and development program, some match chat, talk to them, you know, what's going on, discipline wise, what's going on with their manners, what's going on with their attitude outside the gym. Because we're not only teaching kids to beat up others, we're teaching kids to be nice human beings, you know, human beings. So we don't want people to just, you know, get a medal and actually not be a nice person, and just a selfish, I don't care about the others person outside the gym. So that's very important to consider. What you're trying to do. Maybe you just want to, you know, have a school for competition. That's okay, but you still can instill good character in your children. Okay, so now it's another thing to consider. It's safety. Okay, another problem. I believe that the most important thing for my youth program is safety. Okay, I some kids learn faster than others. Some kids are more talented than others. Some kids have parents that support more than others, and all these will count. Uh, but it's very important for an instructor to go through a instructor program that we have here too, um, that we will teach the instructor to be patient. Don't try to teach all at once. You can't make a summary of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu or any other martial arts in a day, and so don't expect the child to learn so quick, and don't try to make the child in a week a world champion, because they will not be. You know, maybe they will be. I mean, it's one in 3 million and 10 million. I don't know, but I truly believe that it's a progress job that you have to do. Okay, so it's a continuous and progressively work that you're gonna have to do to make your child get better. Okay, so you don't want to burn the kids and maybe doing crazy stuff, and then eventually hurting the kids physically, okay, and emotionally, because you make the kid realize that they cannot do it, and they're just hurting their confidence, and the kid will be a little bit more hurt to try another sport, and maybe maybe it's very, very possible to find another coach who doesn't know anything, knows about the techniques, but he's not a good coach in a way of understanding that the kids, the kids are there to be developed as a good human beings, confident human beings, you know. So that's the most one of the most important things, safety. Okay, we see many coaches like trying to teach a technique so all the kids can beat others, and like early specializing the kids in one technique or in one sport. Also, that happens. I believe Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Judo, wrestling, and some others. They not only they teach the kids some agility, some tumbling, some strength, with all the exercise, and then the kid grows in a whole. Instead of just a kid that just play, throwing balls, or that doesn't develop a different style, different strength. There are schools of scientists that they understand. They believe that the kid needs to try a bunch of different sports, and then go to the sport that the kid is more prone to be successful. But I truly believe myself that Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu has a lot of those sports in it, okay, because develop strength, develop coordination, develop agility, develop speed, with all the exercise that we have to do prior to make the child a champion or a successful jiu-jitsu kid. Okay, they need to be some sort of athlete before start doing the techniques. I believe this is one very important thing too. So again, you're making one more benefit for kids, okay, when you're doing that. Some coaches, they are not, they don't know about this. The only thing they do is go straight on the technique and do this. And some kids will not be able to perform some techniques. Some who will, and those who will stay. Those who don't, just natural selection. So and most of the times, in that natural selection will hurt the school. So you need to, in a way, find ways to make those children, I'm sorry, better, instead of just fall on the natural selection. Okay, now it's very important to know, is your place inviting for kids? Does anything on your place reminds of kids? You have pictures on the place with, like with child themes and stuff, or for example, do you have I don't know, a picture of a minion with a gi on, or anything in the Kung Fu Panda or something? It's not gonna make you guys any less tougher, or it's not gonna make you guys a sissy or something. I believe that or your school, but if you just have pictures of people punching each other and hurting and blood splitting, I don't believe a parent seeing that will connect with a school for the child. Okay, what music are you playing? A music that they curse? How is the culture of your school? The people, the athletes, they all curse? Is the place clean? Are the kids gonna get a ringworm, staph infection if they train on the mats, because the mats that you don't clean regularly, once a day or 2 times a day? This is all stuff to consider. You know, do is your gym like? I went once to a friend's school, and he asked me to help him with his program, and we're very nice. Settle school, and but they have the cage and everything was dark, and when I first walked in, and I was there, and the guys were, the music was loud, and a lot of bad names in the music, it was a rap and cursing, and people punching each other, and I said, yeah, we'll never have kids here, it's just So on the time the kids have, you can. I'm not saying don't train your MMA, don't do your stuff, But I never said that. I never said this is bad. What I'm trying to say is this is different than kids. So if you have one, you might not be able to have the other one. So the best thing to do is when the guys train in the morning, put the guys to train in the morning. Don't put them to train right when the kids might to be walking in the gym or in your academy, or parents walking in. So it's you have to be clear and make a separation right there. Another thing that you're supposed to do too is again, cleaning is safety. Okay, just went back a little bit. Uh, and then do events for kids when you have a little. Do you have an event like another bring a friend? Do you have a Halloween party? Do you have a Easter egg hunt? It's a lot of work. It's, I mean, not a lot, but it's more work if you're not doing anything, right? So I think it's important to understand what you have to do to have kids before you even say, oh, I'm going to start a kids program. Um, Again, do you like kids? Do your coaches like kids, or they're there just for to grab some money, and they're really looking at the clock all the time to see if the time is gonna run faster if they look more. So do you have a curriculum? You have to think of this curriculum even for the adults too. And when I say curriculum, it's not like something to limitate what they're going to learn. No, curriculum is something to at least they need to know. Everything else will be taught to, but at least they need to know that amount of techniques in that amount of years or months or in a week. Okay, so it's very very important to think about that. Now we just covered little kids, little things like, do you have pictures around? Do you, it's clean? Do you care about kids? Do you believe that kids are good for the martial arts? Do your coach like it? Do you have a curriculum? um, is your place like inviting kids, like do you play loud music with not how can I say, not music not for kids? So if you do that, you somehow have to change. Okay. uh, but before anything, and then next step is trying to get kids. Okay, so to get kids, it's a whole different thing. You can start how can I say, I want to make another video with some strategies on how to get kids. But as right now, we can start with the parents, with the guys who already are in your gym and they believe in the program that you have, and ask them if they want to put the kids and start a nice family deal for them, so they can you can have some kids on the mat, and whoever new comes, you can offer a different price per se, but just offer a deal so at least you have a program going on, instead of, oh yeah, we have, but we don't have any kids yet, and we're forming class, we call you. No, guess what, they're gonna go to the gym, next gym, if it's closer or not, the next gym that's possible for them to go, because they want to start right there. So you don't want to miss prospects or lose prospects in that way. So it's very important for you to do that. So this is a super quick way to start. And then you start with the bring a friend events, with those kids. So they will invite friends and offer them a deal to enroll, or to at least try your program for a month. Okay. But before anything, and all the strategies too, guys, all the strategies that we can cover, and I will try to cover in the next video. But what you have to understand is, before anything, you have to fix the problems. Okay, because if you start spending money with advertising, you start um, spending time with bringing people, and it's all dirty, it's bad, and not an environment for kids, you will lose all this time and money. Okay, so be ready before the prospects will come. Okay, so guys, I hope you liked this video. I'm trying to keep this more on regular basis. Okay, I helping out my students, and many of people might not be my students when they watch this, but shoot me an email. Okay, I'm gonna put my email, my information on the bottom if you want me to go by your place to help you out with jiu-jitsu techniques, for like seminars. If you want me to help you out on the business aspect, if you want me to help you out on any other thing, per se, teaching your coaches on how to teach a nice class, because this is very important too. And that's it. Okay, all my information on the bottom, and I hope to talk to you soon. Thank you.